Sonny and Cher got divorced, I was 5. I was 5. And it broke my heart. It freaked me out. It's like divorce is the biggest evil of, it's just something that saddened me. I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6. And it rattled me. It was real. Sonny and Cher getting a divorce, devastating.
Get over yourself.
Get over yourself. I didn't realize I wasn't on. Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. All you sister friends. All you keep the lights on level people. Thank you for supporting. You're right down here, strolling down below. Halfway through, I'll have the big supporters and exclusive SOS supporters down below. So I appreciate your support. Thank you. Those are our membership level supporters. And how's your week been? I hope everyone's been doing well. Staying warm. I know, lots of rain, lots of snow, lots of craziness happening here in the States. For those of you who are in the eastern side of the northern eastern side of the Midwest, North and Midwest part of the United States. Oh, I still have vitamins here to take. You just see me popping pills. Oh, and I need to take my other pills too. Okay, I might just be scooting out here at one point while the show's on. I got to take bye. All right, really, I'll give you a brief update. I'm probably going to make a separate video because I feel like I need to do a PSA. But because a few people have said, oh my gosh, because of you, I'm going to go get checked. I feel like I just need to make an announcement to everybody. I went to my dermatologist. Who am I? Like I'm Cody Brown. My realtor, who I just met 2 minutes ago. I went to my dermatologist, who I didn't know until I walked in the door. I went to a dermatologist who wasn't even a dermatologist. Who was a physician assistant. I went to schedule an appointment at a dermatologist to get something on my eye taken off, this bump that was on my eyelid. And while I was there, I said, give me a full body scan for skin cancer because I hadn't had one done since I was like 28 or something like that. And I am a product of the 80s who just, put the baby oil on and fried themselves every summer until I was burnt to a crisp and then blistered. And then when I was better, went back out in the sun and did it again until you toughened up. And then you had skin of leather for the rest of the summer and did that year after year after year. So anyway, went in, got so excited when she said, oh, your face looks great. I'm like, really? I can't tell you how many blisters this nose has seen. It's a good size nose. Catches lots of rays. And my chest too. Well, my chest probably got burned more than my nose. But then she started walking around to the back and she goes, oh, how long have you had that on your back? And I was like, pardon? What's on my back? I don't know. I cannot see my back. I don't know what's on my back. She's like, oh, well, there's a little something. So do you mind if I biopsy it and send it to the lab? And I said, no, that's fine. And it turned out to be stage 2 melanoma. So it was fine. Friday I went and I got it all cut out. I had a fabulous doctor who took care of that. And she was lovely and delightful. And I loved her and I loved her nurse. And she's very confident. Everything turned out okay. Still waiting for the lab results, but her level of confidence gave me confidence. So everything seemed to be okay. I kept saying, I'm like, I was so fearful I was going to get here and you're going to say it was closer to stage 3 than it was. She was like, no, it's closer to stage 1. I'm like, look at God. But the scare of it all, and of course, she's like, you thought it was closer to stage 2. Have you been on YouTube? I'm like, oh, deep dive. Yeah. I mean, I had my will written out. I was convinced I was dying by the end of the week by the time I got in to get the actual surgery and get everything taken out. So Don't go on YouTube. I should do that. I'm going to make a YouTube video just to let everybody know it is not a death sentence when you get diagnosed with melanoma. Although I did find out it is the most fatal cancer of all the cancers, and it's also the fastest growing cancer. Sure enough, I was already stage 2 and I didn't even know I had anything. So stage 3 already goes to your lymph nodes. So it's already circulating in your system. And stage 4 is when it is metastasized through your body. And where does it metastasize to? Skin cancer basically metastasizes to the brain and your lungs. It's frightening. It is scary. So I don't want to start on a bummer, but I want to get it out of the way so that we can just poke fun for the rest of the time. But I say this because I've kind of just brushed it off and said, I'm having a little procedure, I'm getting something done, whatever. A couple people who know me, who I've mentioned it to, said, you know what, I've been meaning to do that. Now that you've told me about this, I'm going to make that appointment. I'm going to go schedule. Even some sister friends, and I don't know if everybody wants me to call people out, but Sunday night I mentioned it too, and I've gotten some emails of people who said, you know, I've had some things that I'm going to schedule an appointment now. So I feel like, because this reaches more people, go get a skin cancer screening. You can't see every part of your body. Like, they check your scalp. They check the, top of your ears, the back of your ears, the places you get sun that you don't always see. And you probably don't put sunscreen because the place where mine is exactly that I cannot reach, which is lovely for trying to take care of it. My husband has to become Florence Nightingale. Although I have learned that I can take food tongs and put the lotion on it and that and get the bandage over, and I can be resourceful. We're women. At any rate, the point is, there are many places on our bodies that we have not put sunscreen. And women our age, when we grew up, my mother told me, baby oil is what makes you get more sun. Back then, it's not like it is now. My kids are actually kind of surprised what it was like. I always put sunscreen on them too, but all of us, my girls and I, all laid out, we all like to get a little bit of sun because we're pretty pale. I'll be pretty pale the rest of my life. I will be looking into self-tanning. Anyone has really good recommendations, self-tanning lotions that don't make you look orange, I'm here for it. I'm pretty pasty, and a little fluffy. So, when you have a little color, you look a little less fluffy, I think, in my mind anyway. So there you go. There's your PSA, everybody. Be well. Be well. Oh, and those of us who are, and this is, what do they call it? There's levels of skin. Anyone who is more fair skinned like me has a significantly higher chance of getting skin cancers. And there's a full array of them. There's basal carcinoma, I've learned, and squamous cell carcinoma, I've learned. Those aren't the deadly ones. The melanoma, they're the deadly ones. That's the one I got. Why did I get that one and not one of the other ones? Just the way it is. Luck of the draw. So, yes, go get it checked out. Go get it checked out. I've been meaning to do this for like 5 years. I've been meaning to go get it checked out. And if I would have gone once, they would have said, all right, let's get it on the books. You come back in another year. Because they probably would have looked at a bunch of I don't really even have moles. That's the thing. A lot of freckles. I don't really have moles. So I thought, I'm not really at risk that much. Am I? Oh, the burning. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. All right, done. Yucky stuff out of the way. Okay, so let me say hi to some people, and then we're going to get started. I almost decided to skip the honeymoon because we're going to ew and yuck our way through this whole thing, right? But then since we're going back and we're watching everything, I think it's good to just watch everything so that we have a point of reference for everything that was said to counteract and have well, I don't know if it's, I guess counteract, is it? Just to have all the information, if you will, when it comes to what's being said in current day about different things. Like, wait, but then you said this, but wait, when this happened. Or did you notice she said she never does this, but she was, she never wears these things, but she was wearing this back then. That kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, right. So, and we all work together. All right. So in the house, I'll just start from the top, grab a couple people. Lynn Skinner, thank you, as always, for being here and moderating. You rock. We have Kathy here, Lundy, Beverly. I want to read all this stuff. It's going to slow me down. I'm just going to say hi to people. Okay. I'll read this at another time. I just read, they were the comments. I didn't read all the live stuff. I read the comments from last week's video, but I haven't gotten back to read all of the chat stuff yet. That's my shoe. Hello. Okay. Elizabeth Murphy. Couple more, and then I'll get going. Stacy, the Brown TP family. Joni's here. Let's see. And you're all chit-chatting with each other. Amy. That's why I'm scrolling past the conversations you're having. DJ Tag, hey there. Tracy's in the house. Good to see you, Tracy. Tracy's Fractured History and More. Jamie. Vixen. Raiders Ma. Wendy's Front Yard. Valadia. Knit My Bit. Hello. Birdie K. Raiders Ma. Did I just say that? I think I did. Mary. Hey, Mary. Mary, the shirt, my Merry Christmas shirt that I think of you every time I wear it because you were saying, my name is Mary and it's spelled that way. I will think of you. I wear that. Now, anyway, you don't want to hear all the details of it. Anyway, it's one of my rehab shirts. Not rehab, but it's one of my shirts that I wear as I'm recuperating. All right. Susan. Shanna Banana's here. Hi, Shanna. Sam. Hey, Sam. Good to see ya. Sam, we missed you on Sunday night. You have to go back and watch it. There's a whole conversation about you. J. Lou, 2 more, and then I'm jumping in. Jamie, good to see ya. Want a pizza me? Hello. Okay. So here we are. This is the last episode, because really these are like bonus episodes on the season 1. Is episode 9 from season 1 of Sister Wives. Get ready to Ralph. Okay. My goodness. I'm not looking forward to this. Whoops. Volume up. Volume.
Multiplied, not divided.
All right. Max, 1 minute, 20 seconds if you're on Max.
So we're on our honeymoon. It's our little honeymoon nest.
Yeah, it's been a long wait, so here we are.
It's been going well.
It's been easy.
Yeah, it's been fun.
The long wait kind of created a good foundation for a relationship, I guess.
Yeah. It's our long time. It's finally, we have the license. It's been a long time, and we did it all right.
10 months.
10 months.
10 months.
Yeah, that's a long time for...
In this community, in this lifestyle, it's a long time. Most polygamists court for 60 to 90 days, and then they're married.
It's really difficult for the existing wives.
Right.
The existing wives struggle with the idea of sitting there watching their husband be in this little dating love situation with a girl that he's not married to, because it's not a guarantee when you're courting. You could always turn around and say, hey, this isn't going to work out for me, just like any other relationship.
Hopefully it all changes with the marriage, which it always does. That's been my experience. She's in the wives club. She's not a girlfriend or a fiance. She's a wife, and wives are comfortable with another wife. but just not comfortable with a girlfriend or a fiance.
Yeah.
Why is that so funny, Cody? He had the biggest grin on his face.
I specifically asked my mom to take care of my kids. I had Mary call me and say, hey, we missed the kids. Can we take them for a couple days? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to keep Robin's kids for a little bit while she was gone.
You don't get to even go close.
Mommy,
Outside.
I'll be nice.
It doesn't matter. You get to go outside now.
It is a little bit hard that Cody's on a honeymoon. It is a little bit hard. It's different than just an anniversary trip. It's different than just going out of town. It's 11 days that they're gone together.
I don't know what's acceptable, but I think 11 days is ridiculous, to be honest with you. I think he has a big family, and I think 11 days is too much.
Yes.
So that's where
Janelle.
I'm at, and I'm angry. So I'm having a hard time reconciling
Angry.
this thing that's not logical, that I'm totally fine with Robin. She's great. I have no problems with the marriage. I'm excited about her coming into the family, and yet I find myself being so illogically angry. I don't get it. I haven't been angry or jealous or anything.
No, I'm sorry. It is logical to be angry. Yes, it is.
I mean, for the whole past year, there's been so many emotions, love and acceptance and jealousy and pain. And there's just been so much. But honestly, my biggest thing about them being gone for their honeymoon is just missing him. It's 11 days that they're gone together and I don't get to see him.
How you doing?
Surprise! He got a convertible.
When she's courting a married man and I'm a married man courting her, there's a level of intimacy that we never get into in that courtship.
A girl coming into family, she does not engage in the marriage act until they are married. When you are the last wife and you have somebody else coming in, if he kept his morals high with you, you would expect him to keep his morals high with her. There's a lot of experiences and certain areas you just don't discuss. There's things you just don't know about each other, and that's just part of the situation. So it's this really beautiful experience of something new that you've never experienced with him before.
As a fundamentalist Mormon culture, that weight is absolutely imperative. That builds a relationship of trust. Not only does it build a relationship of trust with Robin and I, that builds a relationship of trust between me and my wives and her and my wives. And trust in a marriage and a relationship is the crown jewel.
The rules are very strict for a married man who is courting a woman. And from an outside perspective coming in from the LDS church, it was almost Victorian.
I'm much more comfortable with Cody's relationship with Robin now that she's married. But before a marriage, it's way different.
I mean, it kind of sounds like we don't trust Cody, that he's going to go do something inappropriate. And it's not that. But for some reason, it is different.
When we get married, we believe we are being committed to each other for eternity. Cody, me, Mary, Janelle, Christine, the kids, we will be together forever.
It's a spiritual bond that transcends this world. And any way you turn it, God's involved.
God's involved in all of it.
We had a
crashed our worlds together.
serendipitous experience that told us and the whole family clearly that we belong together.
Apparently it didn't.
On our honeymoon, we went for just an insane long drive and we listened to Phantom of the Opera. It was like the big thing. We road tripped, which is exactly what I like to do. I don't really want to have a plan. I just want to go on a road trip. And that's exactly what we did. It was perfect.
For our honeymoon, well, I actually got sick the day after we got married, and I had migraines and I was nauseous. I was so sick for 3 days. So we didn't go anywhere for 3 days after we got married.
Oh, that's really sad.
And then we left and had to hurry and get to Wyoming, where he was from. We went to Jackson Hole and we actually were going to go through Yellowstone, and we got like part of the way and then we were snowed out, and so we had to go the long way back up to his hometown. We barely made it.
We were broke, so we just road tripped. That seems to be this common theme, and that's kind of like, ugh. But that's what we did. We took 4 or 5 days
and just drove back to Wyoming and just stopped wherever we wanted.
That's kind of how Cody is usually. He just kind of flies by the seat of his pants. I think that's probably how all of our honeymoons were. Just kind of, let's just do whatever.
Because I think, because he's even said, it's only been in recent years that he's actually learned how to take a vacation. Robin's getting a really different guy than Cody was. He's evolved so much.
We struggle with the fact that she gets a bigger, better wedding reception or bigger, better honeymoon.
Thank you for being honest.
Too, but at the same time, we realize that we're different people.
For me, I really don't think he would take 11 days. Our honeymoon was like 3 days.
You know, he and I just celebrated our 20th anniversary. We're celebrating 20 years together, and I get 3 days. I want to feel as important as anybody else in his life. And when I compare, and I shouldn't compare because that always gets you in trouble, but that makes me just not feel as important. Like I wasn't as important for him to take that much time for me.
I perceive any time he spends with her as cutting.
It's truth. I like how in season 1, they spoke the truth. And then they seem to retreat back into their shells a little bit more. Oh, we're back. Okay, no commercials.
I've never surfed and have always wanted to since I look like a surfer dude.
Since I look like a surfer dude.
Perfect time to learn how to surf. Anyway, so Robin's kind of intimidated by it.
It's not deep when he's surfing, how deep the water will be when we're surfing, so it'll be fun, I think, to try. I'm willing to die trying, just have a blast.
I think that's why she's nervous. That whole guy trying thing. Even before I told her I wanted to go surfing, she had written in her life list that she wanted to go surfing.
Yes.
Right.
Cody comes to me without and I'm like, haha, do I ever? Hello.
Hi. How you doing? Good. Welcome to the safari.
Do you want to go surf? Now he looks like a surfer dude.
Instruction. All right.
The guy who works there with the dreadlocks.
Expose me this way. I don't want a girl a little tighter.
They're gonna have a blast. They're gonna have so much fun.
Oh, there we go. I just went.
His face.
Oh, by the way, everything they said was true. It is so hilarious. I'm dying because when Mary Christine and Janelle give me the Cody survival kit, the first thing they say to me is, he's always flexing in front of the mirror instead of saying.
All right.
I figure, right? It was baby to you. And I died. I was just like, oh my gosh, they're right. He does. I mean, I kind of wonder if it was like an over-the-top thing.
Well, hey, the boys are outside. You guys ready to go to the beach?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay. All right.
I've got this. I grabbed your mustard. We're gonna go for a picnic.
All right, well, I'll go get that and we'll bring it to one central location.
You would think it's easy, but it's not.
We are going to a picnic.
Our teenage girls, depending on the day, well, no, pretty much almost every day, anything we suggest, of course, is not very fun.
We're going to a picnic in the mountains.
It's just the teenage years, You're gonna have a fight on your hands from somebody.
Hey, Maddie, will you stop texting? I'm going to have some caffeine, just so I'm a good mom.
Janelle, I'm going to have caffeine just so I'm a good mom.
It's been an up and down week for me. Emotionally, up and down. In a lot of ways, I perceive any time he spends with her as cutting into our time.
Mhm.
It's the fact that he's focused somewhere else for 11 days and on one particular person for 11 days. That's frustrating me.
Understandable, Janelle.
We'll just go
It's so
right up here on the
gross.
sand. With the nose facing out towards the ocean. Step 1, hands back by your armpits. Step 2, arch up. And then with whatever foot feels most comfortable, up you go. All right. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Awesome. Boy, that was a tough wave there. I almost lost my balance and went to the other. Dropped it.
There's no bathrooms in the mountain?
No, they have trees.
Guys, Akron in the car is a loser.
Hey, everybody bring a coat.
Crash, we work the bathroom, get their cracks, we leave.
Savannah, you need to run and go potty. When? It's time to go potty. Did you go to the bathroom? Did you go to the bathroom? One of you can be back this way. Savannah, Banana, get in. Where's Truly? I need my daughter. Oh my gosh. It's such an ordeal to get this many people packed up to go on a stupid little picnic. No,
Let's get out there. You're right.
And yet it's organized and everyone knows which cars they're going into and they're all going in and going. Without Cody, it seems to go better.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, woo! I was freaking out. Oh my gosh, those waves hit me, and I was just like, here I am. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I don't care, but I'm gonna die trying because this is on my life list. And if you can't die about your life list, then what can you die for?
A lot of things,
So
Robin.
Just paddle and you get on there and you just try to stay on, and oh my gosh, it was a rush.
I got out there and he's teaching us how to do it and everything. I didn't get a hang. I was like, man, if I get up or not, I don't really care because I'm married, man. That was the most important thing.
You've been married.
Robin probably did a lot better than me.
I just want to have fun.
Put your phone right here.
Like, do they cycle at the same time?
Yes, they will often sync up together. So the male has.
Okay. I have to take this in small doses. I hope there's commercials now. This is rough. His level of giddiness is making me angry. Oh, God, we're back. Here we go. His joy. I'm not enjoying his joy.
San Diego Wild Animal Park to go on a tour. Fun, huh?
See all the wild animals.
Wild animals, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Apparently nobody wants to watch this episode because they have no commercials. Nobody's supporting it.
Look at all these different birds. Look at that one. Look at that one over there. Okay.
This next break, if there's no commercials, I'm stopping it anyway. Just to talk.
Should we just go up here on the truck?
Yes. We're going to be heading out to our large field multi-species habitat where animals get to roam free as if they were in the wild. They also are very successful in reproducing. And since the two of you are on your honeymoon, I thought I would make this a special tour today and theme it all about courtship.
The park tour guide did not know we were polygamous. It was actually really cute and informative. She told us a lot. It was really cute. And Cody was like, sort of like.
Well, it just kept dawning on me that the animal kingdom is very polygamous in its nature.
Our rhinos have a wonderful story, and that is that the females like to have other best girlfriends in order to have babies.
The girls like to hang out, and they only use him for.
Right. So you notice there's 3 animals all facing one direction. Those are all 3 females. And the guy that's the other direction, that is our breeding bull. So he's often solitary unless a female is in breeding condition. We've learned that if we try to put just a male and a female together, the females shut down reproductively. And then the male's very happy, of course, when he has a bunch of girlfriends cycling. So he's able to do his job as well. We've had
Does it all happen at the same time? Like, do they cycle at the same time?
Yes, just like human women. Yes, they will often sync up together. So the male has a lot of work ahead of him.
Sounds like hell. I was giggling to myself the whole time.
I know you're
She's
such
telling
a
me, yeah,
child.
these female rhinos, they band together and they don't take any guff off this guy at all. I'm like, oh, I can so relate.
Maybe not so different from some of the human world, right? Sometimes if girls, they stick together and
You don't even know.
Okay, kids, we're here. Grab some stuff out of the back and let's go have a picnic. Let me out! Hey, I have the food. I don't want you playing in the rivers this time.
and the water is really cold because it's snow coming right down.
This is glass, and it has knives. Be very careful with it.
I like it here by the mountain a little more, less wind.
Logan, he just asked me if we brought wood. And I just stared at him. And he gave me this look like, are you serious? We didn't bring wood?
Mary. Does this look dry to you? Is anything around here look dry?
It's a relief how well the kids are getting along with each
Yeah, I
other.
really didn't know what I would expect, but it's
Yeah.
been almost easy.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's because our kids are their age.
They've all been really accepting of each other. I mean, all of them, all 16 of them. Robin's kids coming into the family, and then the ones that were the original kids, I guess. I mean, you know, I mean, they all love each other, and they're all happy to have each other.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to Flightline. What we're going to be doing here is a whole Flightline experience. So it's a zip line. Show us your wings. You're going to be soaring over part of the Wild Animal Park, flying at roughly 40 miles per hour on the main line.
Cool, really?
Yeah. You're going to be getting pretty fast.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
okay, all right. I'm excited now. You nervous?
Oh.
Cody's saying that because he's nervous. You know. Are you nervous? I'm excited. Look at that. Are you nervous?
And he's swinging and like, hey, how are you excited? I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, hey, whatever.
I might get nervous when we finally go skydiving. It'll take a lot to scare me. I've got 4 wives. Nothing scares me but poverty.
Pretty much we're out of control now. Once they let this thing go, that's it. You just have to trust the crew.
Oh, yeah?
Trust the trainer,
Oh, yeah.
the instructor.
Okay.
Trust God.
Let's go, dude.
Robin looks way more comfortable than Cody does.
I feel like a helicopter chasing the calves.
I would love
I
to
think
zip line.
I think it made me absolutely ill.
I would love to.
I'm a chicken now.
Over there. He was born on Valentine's Day. His name means love.
I'm actually really good at this. About 22
Selfie.
hours a day.
I'm really good at this.
And this lion has a pride. I don't know how many mates he had.
I had a male lion and I think he's a female lion.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
what you're trying to say?
Are you suggesting that lions are natural polygamists, like man?
Man, good Lord.
Yeah, he's only got 2. He's just getting started. He ain't got nothing on me.
I like this one I was in.
It's almost too much power. I can't handle this.
So we have
Okay. Let me see if I have to pause this or, oh gosh, let me hit pause. There are 0 commercials for some reason. I don't know why there's 0 commercials. Don't know what's happening. Nobody wants to sponsor this episode. I don't get it. All right. Well, I have a couple notes I wrote here. Love how they're just talking about how it's amazing how they're all getting along, and they show somebody lifting up one of the girls up on their head and they're spinning around and they're all laughing and talking. And Mary even said they all love each other. I don't know that they know each other well enough to love each other, but whatever. We can throw that word around if she wants to. But accepting, definitely. They all are laughing and having fun. Accepting is minimal. You know, they seem to really be enjoying each other and they're definitely liking each other. So this is complete contradiction to Robin's indication of we were never accepted. My kids were never accepted into this family. Oh, right from the get-go. Oh, you didn't even see it, Robin. You were on your 11-day honeymoon when the accepting began. Began before you even knew it. All right. I call BS on the fact that Robin says, oh, this guy didn't even know that we were polygamists. She actually, I swear to God, she probably believes it too. Anyway, you know the producers told them this is a show and it's about polygamy, and then these two are getting married, but he has other wives at home. So if there's anything that can relate in the animal kingdom about multiple partners, point that out. And they catered it to that. So the fact that she said, oh no, we're just going to cater this towards new love because you're newlyweds. And it all happened to be about these particular situation is 3 female rhinos with 1 male rhino. And now we're going to show 1 male lion with 3. Okay. Whatever. They're also animals. Can we point out if he wants to compare himself to an animal? Well, not too far off, I guess. It's like putting yourself down so low to say, well, baboons do it, so that's why I did it. Like, if that's your defense, okay. You want to insult yourself like that, by all means. Like, okay. All right. And then Robin's line, I don't remember this one. Well, this is on my life list. Life list. I've never heard of it listed like that before. Life list. You know, like your, what would it be? I've never made one. Like your dream board. No. What is it? Things you want to do before you die list. I've never made one because, like, I just want to live life. Any opportunity that comes my way, I want to take advantage of it. Like, I have to do this. Anyway, she calls it a life list. That I have never heard before. If you can't die for what's on your life list, what can you die for? Oh, a lot of things. Family, those I love, my children. You have 3 children, Robin. 3. What can you die for? I don't know. I don't know. I bet she regrets those words after she said them. All right, let me check out the chat before we go back here. Okay. That's my shoe. Our rhinos have a wonderful story. The females hate the male. Sound familiar, Cody? It was so great. We have a lovely story here, too, of these peacocks. This peacocks had, male had 3 peacocks, and then there was a stray peacock came from a nearby farm, and we're not sure why she's over here, and she wouldn't return to that farm, so the male adopted her into it, and eventually the original 3 started pecking away at her and then pecking away at him, and the whole thing ended up being a major revolt. So they're now all in the animal hospital being taken care of. Well, we could go on and on and on with all the stories. Those would have been good stories to have. Yeah, we love how Cody acts like he was raised in polygamy when his family didn't join until he was an adult. Yes. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice to know, Nicole. Hippo males only needed twice a year. Hippo male only needed twice a year. So they only mate twice a year? Is that what it is? They only mate twice a year? At least the animal females get along with each other, unlike Robin. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But people are always wanting to ask them inappropriate things. Sure. Yeah. Right. Right. Never. Nobody cares. Really? Nobody cares. Mary will lead you into eating your feelings. I can't believe nobody thought to bring wood when they were going to build a fire. That is kind of crazy. Did they bring matches? Did anyone bring, did they bring fire? What were they going to light? I'm curious. Were they planning on rubbing sticks? Like, did they bring the fire starter without the wood? I don't know. Daddy Logan at work, yeah. Mary needs to worthy up. Peyton was a little jerk when he was a little kid too. Well, I think he was more of a jerk when he was a little kid. I don't think he knew his place when he was a kid at all. I think he felt completely out of whack. And McKelty said the same thing. She said she didn't get along. She felt like just recently on when we were going through on McKelty's Patreon on Sunday nights, we were watching episode like 13 of this season, her talking about it. And she said that growing up, her siblings that were her age, she didn't get along with at all. Like, she felt completely ostracized from them, that it was all the teenagers got along and then she was outside of them, that none of them understood her. She didn't say this time. She has said in the past that she also knew that she was difficult to get along with. So she did admit that. She gets along with all of them now, but she said her and Aspen especially really butted heads and they didn't get along. Yeah, and then Peyton had a difficult time. So I don't know. Christine obviously was very stretched thin because she was kind of raising all of them, but I think that was at the sacrifice of her kids, because as she was raising all of them, Mary still gave all her attention to then McKelty, and Janelle would come home from work and then she would have quiet time, because all time with Janelle is quiet time, with her 6 kids. So they would have their individual time there. And I think Christine was just burned out by the end of the day. And I don't know how much they got. But I think she was a great mom. I just don't think she was set up to fail. I don't think she had enough to give. I wouldn't have. By then, I would have been tapping out at the end of the night. Been like, all right, let's put on a Disney flick. Call it good. All right. There's a slipper under there. I thought it was a cat. All right. In my dreams, the zip line breaks over the lions. Why a zip line at an animal retreat? Yeah, I know. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, zoos are doing everything these days, though, aren't they? Aren't they adding all kinds of adventure things to make it like a whole experience? I know. Our nearest zoo is adding all kinds of stuff. They added a whole new hospital at our zoo where you can watch the surgeries on the animals happening. And then, of course, there's all hands-on exhibits and all kinds of stuff inside the area there, too. But there's all these big windows where you can see procedures being done. This honeymoon was in San Diego. Yeah, Juan a Pizza Man, it's a good point. Nothing scares him but poverty, but he's been living in poverty this whole time. But telling Robin that he's got money. Yeah. The Brown TV family. Yes, Cody, the lions are all about you. Well, those mom, it's a perfect day for me. Surrounded by all my sister friends. Life is good. Yay! Vixen. Hey, Jenny, ain't that insane? Without Cody, everyone seems to be perfectly fine, coordinate perfectly, look younger, be very vibrant. Yeah. All's going well, minus the wood. I don't know whose responsibility it was, but apparently it was Mary's. I'm thinking, since Logan called out Mary on that. But everyone got in those cars. It was all orderly. There wasn't running around. There wasn't fighting about who was going where. So clearly it was determined ahead of time. Somebody made a plan and said, these kids are going in this car. These kids are going in this car. These kids are going. They all knew where they were going. Everybody went wherever. There wasn't, we were supposed to go 5 hours ago. We were supposed to go 30 minutes ago. The only thing that was mentioned on time was one of the kids saying, all right, let's get going so that we can get there, get it over with, and get back because I want to see my friends. So it wasn't like we're late. It was just a matter of let's get this over with because I want to go hang out with my friends. Shannon Banana wants to fold Cody's parachute. This is true. Lionesses do all the work while the lions primp their manes, right? They do all the hunting and everything. Very much the lifestyle of Cody Brown. The lions didn't want to be bothered with these two. Yeah, that's true, Cindy from Oz. Nanny did all the work. Oh, Kathy, are you catching up on Hilaria? Did you watch our episode? Did you watch our tomorrow night? Anybody who wants to watch with us on the other channel, link will be down below. Reality TV Breakdown is the other channel. We watch the Baldwins together, just like this. It's rough. Hilaria, Hillary, or Hysteria. She has lots of names. Okay. Hey, Jen, who is enjoying this giddy, childish prima donna twitness? I am not feeling nice about these two tonight. No, I'm not either. His smile is like twice the size I've ever seen it before. And he's just acting childish. He was so scared about that thing. He held on with 2 hands, gripped the entire time he was on that zip line. Becky, that's a good point. He claims to be such an expert on women. He knows nothing about women. Not nice and nothing. In my opinion, Cody was so wrong. Meanwhile, Christine was heavily pregnant. Bad timing. What a jerk. Yeah. Actually, she just had the baby. She just had a brand new baby. And she has postpartum depression. Yep. Brand new baby at home. Taking care of a brand new baby and 5 children. And she is struggling with postpartum depression. And he leaves for 11 days with another woman. I can't even. If your husband had to go on a business trip for 11 days, it would be rough. But to go with another woman? All right. The episode where he talked about F and F, that same night someone said F and F on 90 Day Pillow Talk. I never heard of F and F before, but then he spelled it out for us, didn't he? Of course he got it wrong. F and F, you know, when it's a F and fight. I mean, fight and F. He had the order mixed up. Becky, good point. Willing to die surfing? Not so much with COVID. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let me scroll a little bit more and then we're going to get going again here. Hey, Samantha, glad you made it. Oh. That's a good point. Some days I don't feel like I have enough for my one. Christine was amazing because she truly loved all those kids. And that is so true. She truly loved all 13 of those kids. And I think she loved all of Robin's kids too. I think she found room to love all those kids too. I think it really does hurt her that those kids were no longer part of the family. And guess what we learned listening to McKelty's Patreon on Sunday night? McKelty was not invited to Brianna or Aurora's graduation parties. So who's cutting who off in this family? Robin clearly drew a line in the sand and never invited anybody over to that house ever again after, well, basically, it was only truly for visitation to her father, and she didn't invite her. Christine made arrangements with Cody to drop her off until Cody stopped responding, and she took legal action, and hopefully we'll see that play out this year. Looking forward to that. Yes, I am. Not this year by meaning like this next part of the season, but season 20. I pray. They've been shooting season 20 for a while, so I hope it gets into season 20. I feel like by the time this goes to court, season 20 is going to be in the can already. So that makes me hope that there's a season 21 because I really, really, really want to see this on film. If not, it needs to be its own show. Like, are we going to do a spinoff? Excellent. Let's do a spinoff. And then we can just follow Christine and Janelle and their lives. If it's going to be covering these court cases and things, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Cut Cody and Robin out of the whole financial part of it, but follow the case. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's a win-win. Love it. My bit. Arzu has a zip line. See, there you go. You're up in Michigan. I went to the Binder Park Zoo in Michigan once. Is that the one you're by? Does it have a zip line? We fed giraffes. It's the first time my kids ever fed, or I ever fed a giraffe. I remember thinking that was the coolest thing ever. I think our zoo now does that too, but at the time they didn't. Biscuits that you would put on their tongues. I just thought it was the coolest thing. Okay. It was a hot day. Anyway. Keep going, Jenny. Keep scrolling. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause there. We're going to get going here. All right. We're about halfway through the episode because there's been no commercials. So like right in the middle here. Let's see. 21 minutes. 21 minutes and 19 seconds, it says. Get the volume up.
Like this, but since he's off on his honeymoon with Robin, Logan's
I don't want to really have anything to do with the family.
Okay.
So usually Cody does the barbecue when we go places like this, but since he's off on his honeymoon with Robin, Logan stepped in and took care of things.
Hey, girls, listen. That's not a bun. You get a plate, put your bun on, put what you want. This man, cooking. Really? You're eating that?
Logan has really stepped up being the oldest child. I mean, he really takes control and takes charge.
I think this one.
One of the hamburgers went on the ground.
Okay.
Especially since Cody's not around right now. It's really nice that we've got Logan to step in. It's just, we've got an almost adult male, and that's how we treat him as well.
Yeah.
I think
we treat him like
maybe that's part of it, because we treat our children very much as young adults, as we expect that they will act like young adults. We expect that they will be responsible. We also try to balance that with enough of them going out and hanging out with their friends. You can't expect them to be completely adult. They're teenagers.
Hey, do we want to put more on, Mary?
We have more on, Logan.
The words get on. All right, hey, it's now or never. Let's get cooking.
Ooh, yay! Won't you go off my spot? Yes, other spot. Please continue. I like the spot I was in.
Chill. You don't get it.
Why not?
Because there's that spot there.
That's my spot.
Deal with it.
It's my spot.
You don't get it anymore.
It's my spot.
Yeah. It's almost too much power. I can't handle this.
Peyton picks on the girls sometimes, which I don't know. One side I'm kind of like, oh, that means they're integrating really well because he's treating them like sisters. And that's horrible. And honestly, you were a true sister now. You're being picked on.
That was kind of my perspective.
Equal opportunity picking.
Cody and I, it's no secret that we've had, our serious issues. And I think, I wonder if that's why I want to focus on him, because he and I need to focus on each other.
Oh, good call.
I need to focus on him, and he needs to focus on me, so that we can make us better. Because when mine and his relationship is better, mine and their relationship is better. Because seriously, when I'm mad at him or when he and I are having issues, I detach from everybody and everything, including them, and I don't want to really have anything to do with the family.
I've been so impressed these last. I've never heard you talk so logically about your relationship, ever, as you have in the last 2 months. I'm like, wow, Mary, that's great insight. But you never used to be like that. So it's like you're
evolving so yes. Thank you. So can you validate me for wanting my life to center around Cody?
I validate, because I think that's where I'm at now.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. I was detached for years and years.
Now
I have felt like that you've always been a lot more independent, which is good.
I've been less needy.
And I've always been more needy.
I've been
Anyway.
right in the middle.
Now Cody
So far, the honeymoon has been a lot of fun.
is going to a
We've done
restaurant.
some things that we just wanted to be able to do together. We've been able to spend time just talking and not worried about when I have to be home. I'm checking you out.
Little things that you can't do unless you're married, just brushing your teeth together, things like that. So it's just sweet. So
Did he not brush his
It's
teeth
very difficult
with
to
her
express how this honeymoon's
when he
been
stayed with her?
because
He
of the
did.
fact that we have 3 beautiful women at home that love Cody besides me.
It's all about sensitivity. That's something the concern about other people's feelings is always something you have to take in consideration in this lifestyle. And I've spent my time being insensitive. It's not cool. So I'm just always trying to be better.
When he gets to the end of the vacation, you can tell he's thinking about being home.
The way he puts it, he says, I know I'm up against a bunch of landmines when I come home. And it freaks him out.
He does sometimes run into emotional landmines, and he never knows where they're
He
coming
does.
from.
And I kind of try to give him the advice, if you'll just take the time with each of us, help us fill our emotional bank account a little bit.
And it's absolutely stinking ridiculous that it matters so much. I'm sorry. I hate the fact that I think, when is he going to be around? When is he going to be around? That's
No,
ridiculous.
it's not
Yes,
ridiculous.
it is.
No, it's not, because you need to have that connection and bond with him.
Well, I realize that, but I'd like to be a heck of a lot more independent. When I sit here and think, oh, I miss him, he's not here, like too much, it's ridiculous. Well, I don't mind a little bit, but it's not like you focus on that. I mean, it's not like I don't think any of the three of us have been doing that. It's not that our world revolves around him in any way, but it sounds like it a little bit. He is totally the glue that holds the family together. Why not have the world revolve around
not
him?
really.
Because it's got to revolve around something else.
I think that level of how your life revolves sort of changes.
I just
when I have new babies, he's sort of up here
That
somewhere,
much
out
is.
here.
You have a new focus. Truly. You have a new focus. He has his new focus.
Yeah. That's so sad. You have your new focus and he has his new focus.
Yeah. You think?
Robin and I did have a little bit of a conversation about when he and I were in Mexico, and that she kind of had felt bad that he didn't, call her. You feel bad because you're like, you want to connect somehow with him, and that phone call is how you connect.
I actually insisted that Cody call his wives on our honeymoon. Cody said, actually, I'm gonna probably take a couple days before I even contact them. I said, no, I think you should contact them right away.
I know she's made it a point to have him call him more. He's talked to me for longer conversations than he ever has on vacation.
Oh, really?
See, and I want to say, I don't think it's all Robin.
I agree with Janelle. I mean, Cody is growing himself and is improving himself. And it's not all Robin. No. I mean, it's just not.
When you are in a situation, sometimes your emotions, even though logically there's just no way, because he's a good, honorable man, but your emotions sort of get the better of you.
He's a good, honorable man.
You start creating this crazy thing in your head, and if you can contact them and say, hey, I love her, I'm on a honeymoon with her, but I still love you, and I still connect with you, and I'm still thinking about you, it helps them to feel more secure.
This has been a hard week for me because my emotional swings have been like way off the scale. It's not really jealousy. To be honest with you, I love Robin. I'm so excited still. And it was, I was just really, really angry with Cody for the first few days. And I have no idea why. And so I'll be really candid. And I'll say, this has not been a good week for me.
I think it was yesterday. I took an hour and
Yeah.
called everybody, talked to them for a little bit.
Yeah.
The day before, I couldn't get a hold of Janelle.
I ignored his calls for 3 days till he called me 5 times or 6 times in a row until I picked up. I finally took his call and he said all the right things because he's grown up so much in 20 years. He never would have known how to say those things to me 10 years ago. And it was all better. I'm okay. I probably should have taken his call before I sat and stewed for 5 days.
I
or
told
3
you
days.
to take his call.
That's me. That's real. That's me being real. Not a lot of people out there are going to understand that that I choose this. And I know that this all gets better because I've experienced this before. And now I have these great relationships and I have this great family. We live this really compressed emotional experience. We believe that makes us better people. We overcome ourselves.
When you marry a new wife, you have this kind of a fruit basket upset where everything changes. And it has to change for the better. I have to become better. And some of them have struggled with this. And so now, Robin, knowing that, is able to actually say, hey, dude, it's time for you to grow up. So we start giving them what they've been asking for.
Say how to grow up.
Well, in so many words, metaphorically speaking.
I think
So
it's important for them to feel connected to you, especially when you're gone with me. Because I know how important it is for me to feel connected to you when you're gone with them.
it started out very platonic.
We were very best friends.
Anyway, I wanted to see if you're doing good.
Well, Janelle makes me smile because of the way she talks. It was okay. Oh, gosh. I'm going to take a break here for a second. It is just going, and we are plugging right through to the very end. There's 12 minutes left in this episode. I should have taken his call sooner because he said the right things, and then it was all better. And it's okay. Yeah. I don't agree with her philosophy, though, of just Well, I guess I just don't agree with the philosophy of the faith. As my personal opinion, that we chose this because we believe that this faith makes us grow, and this challenge that we experience makes us grow up and become better. You know, like they equate it to like if you go to the gym and you work out your muscles, that pain that you experience then builds a muscle, so it becomes better. But it's not the same. It's like saying if you experience a lot of heartache in your life, you're a better person than the person that didn't experience a lot of heartache and pain in their life. You're the better person. Like, no, like you feel bad for the person that went through that. Like, that's unfortunate. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to do that. Don't choose it. Don't, oy. This is a choice they made. I don't get it. And I think that Janelle might just be cut out for this. I mean, obviously she chose it later in life too, and she wasn't raised in it because she is so independent. Christine's not cut out for this. But unfortunately, she was really raised in it because Grandpa created it all. It was the faith that he designed and came up with. So she really was going to stay in it, but she's not cut for it. She's describing it right here. Like, I just think of him all the time. I just want him around all the time. I'm just so mad at myself because I'm so needy. I'm like, no, it's normal. That's normal. To not want your man to be with another woman. That's normal. It breaks my heart that she's just beating herself up over it. It just really does. Okay. Where are we? All right. Is that all they did for 11 days? Sit around and talk about how much they missed? Yeah, I hope not. No, I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they were over it quick. I'm sure the producers made them do all this. Let's sit around and talk about him. But as soon as the producers were there, I'm sure that they didn't bring him up at all. Forget the man. Insensitive isn't the word that I'd use. Was that about not talking? Was that when he was talking about not spending time? There were a couple things. I've been trying to think exactly when he used the word insensitive. Do they know that words have meaning? Good question. I don't think so. Yes, Cody, give your wife's list to complete. Being so sensitive. Yeah, I'm going to be so sensitive to my wives. Complete this, and then I'll give you attention in 20 years, because you've been mean for 20 years. So in 20 years, I'll give you attention after you complete this. Yeah, he's got 5 years. Yeah, anyone but Cody. Robin is the only one that gets it. Hi, Betty B. Good to see you. Hi, Tracy. Oh, Lori Vallow. That's a sad situation. Boy, she's still brainwashed, isn't she? The last I saw something, she's still... I thought for sure she would crack as soon as she got behind that jail cell and then separated from what's-his-face. But she still seems to be full on believing it all. Cody talking about being sensitive to them. Do they know we are watching? Yeah. Well, this is season 1. He still thinks he can say whatever he wants and we're all going to believe it. I don't know. Maybe people did early on. I mean, he's so cheesy that I wasn't buying him from the get-go. I was thinking he was more of a family man. I did buy some of that he was around more. I wasn't reading into it. Like going back watching it now, I can see the pattern of when he is around, that he's just sitting around doing nothing. He's not helping out, unless he's at Robin's house, but he's not helping out. He's not cooking. He's not pitching in. He's not doing anything but sitting. When the kids are around, they have to come to him. He's like, where's my kiss? Where's my hug? He's not approaching them and giving. He's expecting love to come to him. Like, I'm seeing all of that now. I didn't pick up on all of that when I watched this 14 years ago. So I think I gave him a lot more grace from the beginning, but his persona was always kind of creepy. I think on Great Vibe, and that guy who thinks he looks all that, who doesn't, you know, the guy who you can tell puts a lot of time and effort and is missing the mark. And it's like, if you probably put no time and effort in, it probably would look better. All right. When has Cody ever been sensitive? That's a really good question. I think over the years, Cody has learned to act sensitive. Like, he came back from the wedding dress thing and he said the right words, and he said the word like, oh, I was acting like a chump and I shouldn't have done this. And, oh, now you can ask for whatever you want. And, like, he will say some self-deprecating things at certain times and apologize after the fact, never in the moment, because in the moment, it's always complete defense. But for the cameras, I don't think he would have ever done this in his real life, but for the cameras, I think he has learned to act the act of sensitivity and being contrite, being apologetic. I don't think he's ever felt that sensitivity. Sure you did, Robin. It'd be sure you did, Robin. It's funny. Cindy from Oz. Robin's head gets more square every time she laughs. It's a good one. Caught me off guard. Yeah, Tracy, I don't know. You're going to go from one nauseating thing to another. It's just a different kind of nausea. We're just going to hit a different side of your stomach. Bucket list, Vixen. Bucket list. Thank you. That's the word I was trying to think of at the top of this whole thing. Bucket list items. Janelle with that ginormous cloak of charity. Yeah, she plays the game. She's the ideal sister wife. She really is. She would have, if it weren't for the show, I bet she would have stuck this out to the day she died, sadly. And I don't think anything would have ever been fair amongst them all. I wonder how hard it is for her to go back and watch this stuff. Oh, maybe I'm so far back. I am back in those comments. My lips are so chapped. I apologize. I think it was easy to look engaged with the family because they all lived in one house. It's a good point, Tracy. Yeah, he could look engaged because, yeah, they were all. Although there's another thing that McKelty pointed out in her most recent Patreon. She said that her dad really wasn't around a whole bunch. That they had a hard time following him, and especially in Vegas. It would be like, which house was he in? Which they would go. That he was often never in house. This was the whole defending. She did admit that he was at Robin's more than any other house, as Robin is finally admitting to. Like, eventually you got to break them all down because, McKelty is the ultimate Robin apologist. But I think this is the defense that Robin has come up with. And I really do believe now that McKelty believes everything Robin tells her. I really do. I really think she just believes everything Robin tells her. I think Robin, who is the master manipulator and has bamboozled these wives for so long and really has Cody, wrapped, she has other ways of getting him convinced of things. But I think she has McKelty and Tony manipulated. So they've fallen under her spell. And I think that she has them convinced now that Cody has, that this is the story now. This is the line. Well, maybe it's possible that he was at her house more often, but she didn't know that it was unequal. Get this, because this was the first time she was ever been in polygamy. So while she felt like he was not at her house that much and that she wasn't getting equal time, maybe she actually was getting more time, but because she had never been in this kind of polygamy, although she's been in polygamy her whole life, right? It's contradictory to the stories that we've been hearing the whole time. Okay, but anyway, this is the line we're saying now. She wasn't aware that the other wives were feeling the same way, and that maybe she was, but if she was, it wasn't her fault because she didn't know it, because this was new to her as a polygamous wife. And she feels bad if that were true, but she wasn't aware that Cody was doing that. She's throwing it back on Cody now. I didn't know. I didn't know that. And so McKelty's now saying, yeah, she didn't know, she was unaware. So when she's saying she didn't know this, she's obviously heard this from Robin. This is what Robin's telling her now. So this is Robin's new angle. Robin's new defense. So it'll be interesting to hear at the one-on-ones if this topic comes up again, if this is the angle that she's taking. Well, if it is true, I wasn't aware, and it must be because it's the first time I've really lived in a polygamous relationship. Which will be an excellent clip to put together with all the times of her talking about how, I grew up in polygamy. I'm like, yeah, you grew up in polygamy, whatever that means. You've never been in a polygamous relationship. Stop acting like you're an expert on this. It's the first time you've done it. And you're not even really doing it. Because he's at your house all the time. And you don't live with them. They all live together. Right. Anyway. So yeah, McKelty has her back. Hook, line, and sinker. But even at the very beginning, McKelty would say that even when they were growing up, even back in Lehigh, she would have a hard time finding her dad. Because she said that he would work 40 to 60 hours a week, gone from the house. He had some hobbies and other things that he would do. He also would spend a lot of time in the garage working on things. He also got ready for trade shows out in the garage and would have to work on things. He needed to, do that on his own. He would get ready for his gun shows. And of course, he needed to be alone to do that as well, safety reasons and all that. And he also needed his, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I say this. She said he needed his alone time. The man who is away 40 to 60 hours a week from his 13 kids and wives while they're taking care of everything, and then needed time to take care of his other businesses in the garage, and then tinkering around and whatnot, and then the other things that he did. And then also, and she also mentioned like he'd hang with his friends or whatever, he also needed his alone time. So she didn't get a chance to see him that often. And then the time that was left, so yeah, he wouldn't spend a whole lot of time with them, even in Lehigh. And yet he makes it sound like he was Father of the Year. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. I just want to share that little tidbit that she shared with us. There you go. Thanks for sharing, McKelty. He's a bigger piece of as we thought he was. Okay, let's continue on here. No, apparently she can't, because if she could, then she would understand how much time he was with her and how many hours were in the day, and then and how many hours were in the week even, and then divide the rest amongst the rest of the wives, and then go, oh, wait, if we take how many hours are in a week and divide it by 4, I should only have that fourth. But I have more than that, so that's not right. So how do you figure that out? It's like sometimes he's here, but then sometimes he goes there. And then I don't know, maybe I need him to come here to do something at times. So how would you figure that out? I don't know. I can see it now. Her own words. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. And play. Nope, we need to get the sound up. And play. We are at 30 minutes and 47 seconds.
Guys, come get your pajamas on.
Those 7 days were hard on me when Janelle didn't want to talk to me.
I was mad. I'm even a little angry now when I think about it. So I must not be admitting or processing or something.
You sure? I know.
Janelle and I started into this thing. It started out very platonic.
We were very best friends before we got married. And I think that just was what continued. That was the theme that continued into our relationship.
Okay, here, go in the bathroom and get your pajamas on. Okay.
I always thought she was really cute, but she was my friend.
We were husband and wife, but we were really just best friends.
Janelle literally came into this place with me where we could talk so sweetly and openly with each other. And we weren't romantic.
Hey, put your pajamas up there. Okay. Go in the bathroom fast and change.
It wasn't ever this giggly flowers and hearts, and that wasn't us. Because I have had relationships in the past like that. I don't have that relationship with Cody.
Good night, guys. Good night. You turn off that? Yep.
I've always wanted to be more romantic with her, even though she's not necessarily. I can make more of an effort, but you kind of get in your own grooves.
Try to crash and go in my bathroom. What
happens, I think, in some level, is that She's never been romantically inclined, but she sees something happening romantically and goes, I'm missing that.
To say that that's why I was mad, I don't think so. I don't think it was because the relationships are different. And I think it was more just me coming to terms with where do I still fit in the picture.
But you've never been replaced. I'm not marrying another Janelle. You will always be my best friend.
But we really are ultimately best friends. We talk about everything and anything. And we talk for a long time.
Your relationship with Cody was always something I was jealous over because I was never valued as an intellectual. And so we still don't talk for hours.
You know, I see how he is with each of you guys. And, you know, you wish that you had that. It's like the grass is always greener and it's hard to see what it is, you know, that's special about you.
But I'm going to bed. Yeah. You have homework to do. A little bit, yeah.
Good night, sweetie. I love you.
Open up the door and turn off lights so I can turn on the lights.
Love you. Love you, love you, love you. All right, good night.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah?
I'm
Robin.
going to call home.
Okay.
All right. Take a few minutes and at least make one phone call.
Okay.
While I got a chance. So,
All right.
Hi. How's it going? Anyway, I wanted to see if you're doing good. See that you're happy. And
I'm not very happy.
I'm missing you too. I'll bet you're happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that whole discussion on the texting about our dreams and what we want to do in our lives. That was fun, huh?
Yeah.
So did you have better dreams last night?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, remember what I told you about the dreams? And we'll probably change them a little bit. Okay. I love you. I've got to run, okay?
That was short.
What? Yeah.
So soon.
Yeah. Okay. I promise. I love you. We'll see you, lover. Okay, bye.
Christine on the phone with me, she was in tears. I was like,
Oh, this part makes me sad. Yep. They were all pissed. For sure. All right, we're moving on. And the convertible comes back home.
The family is looking for the new normal. They're just wanting things to settle in. And I'm just about to leave work and go home, and the kids are going to help me make dinner for everybody while their wives go shopping.
Because Robin's back, so we're shopping again.
this is true.
Oh, truly so cute.
I got taken to the school. I went in there and the principal's like, oh, go get Truly's pictures taken. So I did.
Oh,
Look at her cute little shoulders. I love her. Oh, my baby.
After we got back from the honeymoon, Christine on the phone with me, she was in tears, and she just said, Robin, just tell me you needed this. I'm not gonna cry all the time.
Hey, sweetie, let me.
Oh, yes, you are.
And I said, I did, Christine, I really did. I needed this. And she goes, okay.
The 11 days for her was necessary. And once she said that, I was like, oh, that's sad. All right, let's go.
Sad.
We gotta go.
Over you having a newborn baby and postpartum. She needed
That's
this.
for each of us. He tailors what he does. It's not like cookie cutter. You get 4 days for your honeymoon. You get 4 days. It's different for everybody what they need. All right, let's go party.
She's a prima donna, so she
different
needed
things
this.
at different times, and sometimes we accept it because we're in a good place with ourselves, and sometimes it's really hard to accept because of how selfish we are being. at the moment.
Selfish thing.
You go inside and get your homework done, okay? Go inside and get your homework done.
Go inside and get your homework done. Stop talking like that.
We could go on a detour and I could show you the first house I lived in when Cody and I were first married.
Really?
Yeah, it's just up the road.
Yeah.
The length of the honeymoon was really important. There was a gazillion reasons. The dynamic for Mary, Janelle, and Christine were all very different because we didn't have any children initially. There wasn't the complexities of this big family and this little family.
I just need to pause there for a second and comment on that. So he had no children. So he took a short honeymoon when there were a whole bunch of children and a whole bunch of stuff going on at home. That's when he left the wives with all the craziness and took off and left it behind and went for 11 days. I just want to point out how wrong, how selfishly wrong that was. But that was one of his reasons. There were millions of reasons, he said. Gazillions, millions, something like that, reasons. But his number one that he brings up is the fact that when the other wives had honeymoons, there were no kids around. So they only get 3 days. They should have had a month. There's no kids. Take as much time as you want. Once you have kids, now there's complexities. One, you don't want to leave your kids for that long. Just in general, you don't want to be away from them. But two, they've got places to go, things to do. 3, they don't want to be away from you. 4, there's the finances involved in everything like that. You shouldn't want to be taking money away to just go with one when you've got 5. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Okay, I'm sorry. I will go back, but that don't even remember all the rest of the reasons he said. But just listening to the very first one that he lays out just boiled my blood right there. Okay, here we go.
The dynamic for Mary, Janelle, and Christine were all very different because we didn't have any children initially. There wasn't the complexities of this big family and this little family coming together. They got something very unique and special in this early time
No, they
in our lives
didn't.
together. I needed Robin to be able to have a unique experience in developing a relationship in this place.
Opposite. I'm sorry. They didn't get something unique and special. They all got the exact same cookie cutter thing. They all got a road trip in a car without really a known destination. And I think 2 out of the 3 of them ended up at the ranch at Daddy's house and stayed there. I know Mary did. I think Janelle did too. And Christine, I'm not sure. We could go back to the book and see. I have this book here because there was something Janelle said that I wanted to point out. Oh, Cody growing up. We're so proud of Cody. Boy, he's really grown up now. It has been 15 years since he's been in this marriage, and he's just now starting to grow up. In this book, over and over and over again, they talk about how much growing up Cody is starting to do, needs to do, how much his mom agreed he needs to do before he gets married or before he gets another wife. Or, I mean, didn't his father even say he didn't want to go to the weddings because he didn't think Cody was ready? So the father didn't attend one of the weddings because he didn't think that Cody was ready. Was it Mary's? He wasn't mature enough. The mom said she wasn't so sure about Cody being mature enough. The wives were saying he wasn't mature enough. They were talking about Cody admits himself that he was doing some growing up early on and he was still learning. So here we are 14 years later and they're saying he's now starting to grow up and understand. How exhausting. How incredibly exhausting. The man is in his 50s. He's a lost cause. He's a lost cause. He's just starting. Well, now we're seeing him 15 years after this. He hasn't grown up a bit. Okay, moving on. Moving on. So everything he said there is just no. See, when they shot this, they hadn't written the book yet.
I love this store. So what do you suppose is the back? The back probably.
Look at you like that?
In the very beginning, there's this promise of this sweet, loving relationship between me and these other women, this sisterhood. And then as time progresses and they see the relationship, it's almost like that kind of got yanked out from under me because they are having their struggles. And now I see these little glimmers of hope from them kind of coming out of that.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, and then do it. I do. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe these things that I wanted in the beginning, these relationships that I want with each one of them are still there. Because that's what I want just as much as I want Cody and the family.
Here's a gravy boat.
That's a brown-sized gravy boat.
Hey, Garrison, do you want to help bake a cake? Number one is I just want to celebrate our big family. So somebody's got to make the salad.
The mom's bought steak. We have stuff for salad.
Okay, listen close, because somebody's got to cook these.
Oh, Cody on the grill.
It's been just a minute, or a couple of minutes.
He has his apron says, "I turn grills on."
That's so stinking cute.
Come back from your lane.
I see it again later. That is just visually interesting.
I do not think I would like it.
One of the biggest things that attracted me to Cody was his love for his wife. The fact that he saw value in each one of these girls for different reasons, for who they were, for their strengths and their weaknesses, was like, I just drooled.
It's not, no. Makes you look flat-chested, to be completely honest.
Christine!
I'm sorry, it's the truth. Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
No, it made me look flat-chested too. If you didn't discuss making me things look flat, or I would be fine with that. Are you not secure in that issue?
Just pick out my flaws one by one.
It's not a flaw to me. Okay? It's not a flaw to me.
It was so important to me that I be able to talk about how much I loved Mary and how much I loved Christine and how much I loved Janelle to her. Because if that freaks her out, I'm not going to pull her in.
I love to know that he's loving his other wives because that means he'll love me too.
There we go.
Oh, see?
That's really
That's cute.
People who aren't me, I don't expect to get me. It's kind of enigmatic that I love them all. To me, loving more than one wife is really not far from loving more than one child. When Truly Scrumptious comes into the family, it's this beautiful experience and everybody's in love with her and she's cute as can be. She's not taking anything from Logan. You know, Logan's still the man. And so when Robin comes in the family, she's not taking anything away from anybody else. I still have as much depth, love, and affection for Mary, Janelle, and Christine as I ever did.
As time goes on, it's like we are touching on all of the things that made us separate families and making it more of us being one family.
Did you have fun cooking dinner with me?
This is really sweet. Thank you. I think we are forgiving more. We are loving more. Definitely accepting Robin as a wife instead of just a girlfriend.
There's this really cool element in that Truly and Aurora and Brianna and Dayton all came to the family at the same time.
Yeah, that is cool.
So they sort of have this unique bond between the four of them.
Okay, kids, everybody pay attention. Just recently, we all did something together as a family. And at the end, Dayton stopped and he says, I've joined the best family in the world. Okay, everybody's quiet.
This plural lifestyle that we're living is synonymous in a way with a woman who decides to have a baby.
This is about kind of a chapter in our lives ending and a new one beginning.
She knows what is ahead of her. She knows that there's pain involved. She knows that there's discomfort involved. But at the end of it, she has this beautiful blessing. That's kind of what our situation is right now. We've got a lot of pain and we've got a lot of discomfort that we're dealing with. But I think at the end of it, I think that we're going to have something that's really special for us.
I will count to 3. Please, nobody jump the gun. And then everybody blows at the same time. And we will start a new chapter as a family, all of us together. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Ick. Ick, 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 ick. Like, did you notice him saying, Dayton said, I joined the best family? Boy, Robin's kids really never felt like they belonged, did they? I joined the best family. And Robin just points out that truly Aurora, Brianna, and Dayton really joined the family all at the same time. And then Christine points out later on that Truly did not know that Robin's kids were not biologically part of the Brown family. And yet Robin thinks that the kids were never, ever accepted. The lies, the lies. Okay, what else do we have here in chat? Oh, and I have as much depth of love for my 3 wives as I do for Robin. It's the same as your children. On and on and on and on. Cut to season 17, 18. I never loved any of my wives. I just loved Robin. Ugh. How much did Robin start earning on this show? I don't think anybody had. TLC doesn't reveal the exact numbers, and everybody keeps their lips pretty shut. They must sign. Everybody who works on that show must sign some NDAs when it comes to finances. Anyone who has access to that information, even behind the scenes, they must sign stuff because they're pretty close-lipped on that. All right. It was really funny though. Cody's he's going to make a meal for the wives while they're not there. And of course, the girls are really doing everything, and Logan. And at one point, Cody pulls out some tater tots out of the freezer and goes, all right, yeah, so we're going to, somebody needs to make a salad. And then he has the tater tots in his hands and he just goes and he just looks at the package and goes, and somebody has to make this. Like it's a puzzle. I know it's a bag of things and we must do something with it. There are words on here. Maybe somebody can decipher it. I've seen these in those rooms that people go into. They solve them and they get out within an hour. Maybe we can do that with this. In an hour, we'll have tater tots. Maybe there's a key in here somewhere. If we knock on something, or it's behind a picture frame or something. I don't know. You look very confused with the tater tots. Oh, this is true, Kathy. He turns on girls, not wives. And the steaks were all raw on the grill. So it was kind of a funny shot when you think about it because nothing was cooking. Oh, goodness. Yes. Another content creator is reviewing where they move into their new homes on the cul-de-sac. Cody tells Robin she's so pretty she doesn't need to know how to cook in her big new kitchen. Yeah, that was disgusting. It was right in front of the re-litter too. Like it wasn't a private moment. That was so creepy. It's a creepy scene. She's like they were looking at the new house the first time they got to go into it. And she's like, oh, this is so nice. And this and and now I'm going to have to learn how to use all this stuff. And he's like, grabs her and goes, you're so pretty. You don't need to know how to cook. And she's like, oh, And there is her realtor and like some other guy with her, and they're having this moment. And I'm like, stop. I don't want to see it. And the person who's in the room with you most likely is gagging twice as much. I am on the other side of a television set and not enjoying this moment. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Ian, why none of the women asked Robin or Cody why she hadn't paid on her debt those last few years is shocking. And then Janelle has to get her 401k to pay it. Don't get it twisted. It is a topic of conversation that I would love to have with the OG3, especially Janelle, because Janelle handled the books. I don't think she had a say in it. Really, Cody had the say. Cody's the one that I want to ask, really. He won't give an answer, but it'd be great to ask him and have him say, that's personal. We're not going to go there. Next question. Just make him pull out his dicky side. As you know he will, because he won't answer it. But the questions have to be asked. No one's asking the questions. I think they know he's not going to answer them, so they don't bother asking them. Ask him. Let him show that side of himself. That's what I say. I know he's not going to answer them. But at least the question's out there. You used to my toilet paper. That's so gross, Kathy. Oh. Yeah, later Robin says to her at the beginning her kids were chastised. Which is it? Yeah. Yeah. We need hip waders for this. Yeah, somebody else said we need boots. Yeah, Tracy said we need boots. We need hip waders. It's getting deep. Yep. That's why I wanted to go through this. Like at first I thought I just can't watch this honeymoon episode because I just know Cody's gonna be like all and he was the whole time. For those of you who just listened, it was 10 times worse watching it. Ugh. Terrible. But it's a good reminder. And then we have this. Go back to when we hear the lies later on. Wrong. And last season, they were taking questions from viewers. TLC was taking questions from viewers. So people can start sending in. And if a whole bunch of us start sending in these same questions, saying, wait, but she said back in this episode. So like the more educated we are, and then the more questions that come in that say, but wait, she said this back then, we can call her out. And the more likely they are to ask the right questions, the more of us that send in questions. I didn't catch it when they did that, though. So I'm going to have to try to keep my eye on the TLC channel because people they're reading questions from viewers. And I'm like, well, when were they taking questions from viewers? How did I miss this? So I'm going to have to keep my eye on the channel a little bit more. Okay. Oh, did they record it already? Probably too late. How can they take questions from viewers now when we haven't even seen the rest of the episode? I want to see how it all plays out first. That's not right. They've already recorded it. Although the questions from viewers were, they were in the talkback episode. So that was after. Okay, I'll still keep my eye out. And you guys too, let me know if you see anything on TLC or anywhere. If it's on Discovery. I doubt it's on HBO, but Yes, I would love it. This is what I want. I want TLC to take these statements they're saying now, put them together and say, okay, explain. I get time passes, situations are different, but explain why the situation is different. We all go through situations in our lives where I said this at this time because of circumstances at this time, and this is what was happening, and this is what I was thinking at this time. 15 years later, this is what I said now because of these circumstances. And then I could explain it. Robin's not going to be able to do that. She's just going to just say, the things are different now. Like, she's not going to be able to. So they need to be able to probe and say, what is different? But you said, what has changed from then till now that you felt this way then, but you feel this way now? And if she just keeps saying, well, it's just changed. Well, then, okay. Were you lying then or are you lying now? Because one of them's a lie. I don't think they'll go there, though. But then if they walk off, I mean, they're okay, bye-bye. TLC have to be able to stand up to them. They have to know this family by now. They will not walk away from the money. They're probably threatening to take it to another channel, but people are going to follow these two. No. We will follow Christine and Janelle. If Christine and Janelle and a bunch of their kids are willing to spill the beans. If TLC is willing to broadcast and start back at season 1 and they start watching it and talking about everything that really happened, gold mine. Ratings through the roof. Whatever Cody and Robin does on some other little channel while they pierce the other ears of the other kids. Who cares? Why they get a cow on their property. I know, it's probably not even zoned for a cow. I don't know. While they put Dayton in the camper and the side shed thing on their property. Poor kid. I wouldn't even want to watch that. It would make me sad. Yep. Nope. I will be on TLC watching Christine and Janelle, Maddie, Hunter. Ooh. Could you imagine if Logan would speak? Oh, how good would it be? It'd be so good. I don't care about, not McKelty. No Robin Cody apologists welcome. Just a choice few kids with Christine and Janelle singing like birds, watching old episodes and saying what really happened and what they were really thinking. Oh, I'm here for it. Pausing. It could be 2 hours long because the episodes are like 40 some minutes. They could sit there and watch it, and then they could have it small while we rewatch it again, and they could just stop and just talk about things. Telling you. TLC, how many times do I have to say it? I'm making you millions, I say, for free. What am I going to make? $100 on this live? I'm lucky. I'm making you millions. Okay. He's insufferable. You're right, Susan. Yes, Betty B. I want to hear the interviewer saying, no, I'm shutting you down. Could you imagine? His face would just be like, he'd be like looking around for like, where's my backup? So, where's my producer? Where's my agent? Get him in here. How many guys did you have trysts with before Cody? That would be a good one. I like that one. Yes, I do. I want Suki to say, answer my questions or you don't get paid. It should have been in his contract before the season began. You answer the questions Suki gives you, or you don't get paid for you don't get paid for the season. End of story. You don't get paid for the season. They should not get a penny. It should be a balloon payment at the end of the season. Once you fulfill your contract, you get one big paycheck. You don't get paid for the whole season until then. Maybe a small amount, maybe half gets withheld. You get half, which is a good amount of money, I'm sure. You get half paychecks every month. And then a nice big one at the very end after you've fulfilled your obligation, which means you show up to all of the tapings. You come up with good ideas for content, which isn't ear piercings. You all arrive on time to things. You are there for your talk back, look backs, whatever we decide to have as part of that. You're there, you participate in them and don't Robin it at the end and sit there like a wet blanket. And then you answer every question that's given you. There you go. There goes my blood pressure. Yes, I know. We all need to take some sort of blood pressure medication before this, don't we? I was going to say we need to take statins, but that's for cholesterol, isn't it? Just, what am I talking about? When the viewer said they wanted him and Robin to be open about their love, and he got pissed thinking it was an insult. He's going to take everything as an insult. He's going to be so defensive about everything. I'm here for it. Yes, Amy. Every time there should be a fact checker there, and there should be somebody who is able to bring up clips instantly. My goodness, we have AI now. I should be able to use AI to find clips way easier than it takes me. Sometimes it takes me a couple hours to find one clip that I want to find. Like, I know, I remember it. I just can't figure out where it is. And I'll sit there watching episodes. And Google can't find it. And ChatGPT can't find it. Although I did find Grok. Grok did a great job of finding something I wanted the other day. I was so excited about it. And then it found something else instantly. I'm like, I love this. And then it wanted me to pay for it. I was like, oh, I should look into it again. I think it was kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive. So I didn't do it. Because I also wasn't sure that it was always going to do that. But it was pretty good. It's an AI through X, I think. And I don't use X, but I have it. I had to get Twitter when my kids were in middle school because that's how we followed them when they took their trip to Washington, D.C. They posted stuff on then Twitter. So I had to open up a Twitter account. All right. That's what I have to do. So now I have X. And X has Grok, I just found out, which is their AI, which is amazing, but you have to pay for it. I'm learning. I might just break down and pay for it if it's as good as it really is. I just don't know. I have to do more research. Got to do more research. All right. Now, Jenna H sent a $2 super sticker, and thank you very much, Jenna H. I appreciate you. I got to get these out here because I saw that earlier. And, oh, here's another one. Raiders Ma. Thank you for your $4.99 super chat or super sticker. I'm not sure. I apologize for that. I don't know. But it says, best part of this listen along is that when you remove the ick factor, that is his face, and actually listen to what he says about things, the writing was on the wall. Now that's a good point. When you can't see his face and you just listen to the auditory part of it, I mean, you guys hear it from a whole different perspective that way. Yeah, you get it from a whole new angle from just the auditory part of it. Good point, Raider Schma. And I'll win the mini chef's mother $9 super sticker. Thank you very much. All the way from Finland, is it? I think it's Finland. My brain escapes me, but I seem to remember if it is correct. Okay. Let me see here. Maybe it was Sweden. I think it was Sweden. And I know your name begins with an A. That's what I remember too. Not Aaliyah. Anna. Might be Anna. Anna in Sweden. I think it's Anna. Thank you, Anna. Look at how my brain, it works slow. And sometimes doesn't work at all. Today's working. Alwyn's mom is Anna. All right, thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, for your super chats. I appreciate you so much. All right. Let me get back to the comments here as we finish up. Oh, this was a good one. We will be back tomorrow. Anyone who wants to do the Baldwins. Sitting here watching late. Bucket list, bucket list. Thank you, Godiva Ferguson. Yes, it's a bucket list. So funny. Oh, so funny. Let me see if I have another good quote to give you guys. Here's a good one, since it came up today. Did it? I need to stop clicking on it before did it move it to the top? I can just write it. I'm just going to write it in the chat rather than try to highlight it. It was the best proof of love is, because this came up. He mentioned this. Actually, he said, I will find it because I wrote it down because I thought, oh, this is an interesting thing that he said. He said, Mr. Cody Brown, trust, he was talking about how important trust is. Trust, the man who's been lying his entire time, didn't mention anything about the tryst. Trust, the man who also lied before Robin even came into the family about the wedding dress. Trust, the man who had these special arrangements. Wait, who were they called? With Robin before he got married. I can't remember what he called them. I didn't have them in my marriage, so I don't know. Covenants, special covenants or something with her before they got married. Anyway, all these basic hidden things going on. And yet he has the balls to say, trust is so important. Trust in our relationships is the crown jewel. That's what keeps them going. Trust. Yeah. Good, Cody. The man who's built his entire thing on lies. So the quote, although I don't have who said it, is, the best proof of love is trust. Cody doesn't know love because he doesn't know trust. Truth. Yeah. us. Aw. Thank you, Trish. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. If y'all weren't here, I wouldn't be doing this. You make it all worthwhile. All of you do. Good night, you all. Look at that. I was going to go get some pain meds halfway through this. Don't need them. Y'all made me completely forget about all of it. I'm perfectly fine. I'm going to sign off here. Good night, sister friends. Good night, sister friends. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night on the other channel with the Baldwins. And if not, we will start season 2 next Tuesday. Wait, yeah. We'll start season 2 next Tuesday. And then we'll only be doing 1 episode because the week after that, we will be covering the next episode. Because that will be the week after Easter, and that's when we start back with the remainder of the season. So yeah, we just have 1 more week off where we're doing this. So yay! All right, you all take care. I'll see you next week, maybe tomorrow. Bye.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
Things that make you go,